Greetings. This is Tam Ramadan from Little Ethiopia, co-hosting with Patricia McDougall. She's not going to be available today. She's out of town. But today we have two distinguished guests here. On my right is Her Royal Highness Princess Gaila Mariam Selassie. On my left is Little Ethiopia's cultural ambassador, Matt Andrea. I invite both of you because we're going to be discussing two important events that were held the last week, and we'll have a guest, which is a well-known guest and artist and actress, Almaz Talahun, today here, because she was with us yesterday showcasing the Ethiopian culture at in Pennsylvania. And also, Her Highness will interview a famous Ethiopian-American film producer and director, Salome Mulugeta. And I have, it just happened, our friend, Matt Andrea, who is always upfront to showcase Ethiopian culture, music, art, anything you call it, through his photography, is here. And I believe he told me he's gonna go to Ethiopia, in a couple of weeks? So
New Year's Day.
Yeah, so he's gonna give us a little bit of that. So first I would like to let the princess say a few words. Your princess?
Yes, good afternoon. I'm here today because I am very excited to discuss about Salome Mulugeta, the first Ethiopian film director, producer. Her recent movie called Woven is the interaction between the Ethiopian and the American family in Brooklyn. Is getting a lot of recognition and an award. But more than that, what Salome had done was just like Hillary Clinton mentioned, she really shattered the glass ceiling for African women. Her perseverance, her passion, and her hard working is all shown on her upcoming film that is going to be debut in Washington, D.C. And I'm very, very glad to be here to talk about Salome. Salome is one of very important women in Africa these days to look up to. For her to get in, not only getting into films, but her writing, her consistency, her advocacy, her values is the most extraordinary. And we're very happy to be able to talk to her this afternoon from her home in New York, and we'll be asking her questions about her movie and how she would be able to portray also as an African woman in a very competitive industry. Thank you very much.
Well, thank you so much. As you mentioned earlier, she's the first Ethiopian filmmaker who has established a relationship with the film industry, and her film and the artists are part of the film guild. Is that right?
Screen Actors Guild.
The Screen Actors Guild. And I believe she's also making a second movie, which I believe has got a recognition. I believe the name was what? Addis Abaka?
Abaka, yeah. Addis Abaka. And the script is already nominated for Academy Award, and very renowned actors are involved, including Viola Davis, the Academy Award not only nominee, that she received numerous Academy Award for her recent television show called How to Get Away with Murder, but also another very renowned African-American actor was Lawrence Fishburne. So the script is already on the pipeline for the award, and Salome will be getting involved. That's a script, and she'll be start shooting in 2018.
Well, fantastic. Matt, Andrea, this morning you sent me a text saying that there's going to be a film festival in Addis. Did you get any more information about that?
I really don't have any more information. I went to the website. I'm hearing conflicting stories. One, that it'll take place in January, but then on the website it says February, but there are no specific dates yet, so I don't know.
Okay. You know
As soon as I find out, I will be most happy to share it with you and your listeners.
Okay. Hey, would you like to hook us up with the phone so that she can be online so we can discuss with the directory? Okay, while we're waiting for the film producer, can you give us what you plan in the upcoming? What are you gonna do? What are you gonna going to be? No, wait. Not for you. Not for you. What do we put it right here?
No, who phone will we put?
You want us to put your phone?
I don't know if this is going to work. I don't know the number. Is she going to call in? What is?
She's gonna call in.
It's just auxiliary.
No, I will give you mine.
Okay.
She can't call the studio.
Okay. Why don't you give me my phone in my pocket there? My pocket there. Okay, there is another one.
No, you don't. Hello.
You can check it inside. You find it.
Studio line. Huh?
Abid? Wow. Does it work?
Yeah.
It works, right?
Okay, Salome, welcome.
We're gonna line out at
Salome? Hello,
Yes?
do you hear me?
I hear you, yeah.
You hear me now? Hey, welcome to our show. This is a show Little Ethiopia is co-hosting with celebrity photographer Patricia McDougall. Unfortunately, she was not able to attend and learn more about you because she's out of town. Hello?
Yes. Shall we call her again?
Yung nagkatito din, no?
Leland.
Technical problem. Okay, in the meantime, we can discuss something else. Go ahead and tell us what you're planning to do in Addis.
Well, I'm going to do much more than Addis. I'm flying to Addis on January 1st, but my plan is to go to Lalibela for Ethiopian Christmas.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
excuse me.
hang on there. Salome, would you please? Yeah, hello? Hello? Okay. Just stay
Live
put.
line,
We're
Shal-
live now. Just stay put, okay?
Oh.
Okay, listen to it. We are discussing with Matt Andrea. He's going to be going to Addis in 2 weeks. So he's speaking now. His name is Matt Andrea is one of Little Ethiopia's cultural ambassadors. Come on, go ahead, sir.
Oh, okay. So I'm really going to Ethiopia for two purposes. There are two major spiritual festivals that take place in January. The first is Ethiopian Christmas called Gena. That is on January 7th. And the second feast is called Timket. It's the celebration of the baptism of Jesus Christ by John the Baptist. And that takes place, I believe, on the 19th. And so my plan is to go to the holy city of Lalibela for Gena, and to the royal city of Gondar for Timket. And I'm very excited about this. I've actually been to both cities before. I've been to these festivals before, but it was about 6 or 7 years ago, and I'm very excited about returning and really spending more time, getting more in depth with both festivals, and taking thousands of pictures.
Good, fantastic. I hope you're going to be attending our event on December 26th. We have the Kwanzaa and Ghana celebration.
Yes.
You will be attending.
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
okay. Thank you so much, Matt. And I'm going to go ahead and introduce Ms. Salome. Maybe you can introduce yourself for our listeners. We have already mentioned your name. Would you please go ahead and tell us who you are and from where do you come, and extra, please?
Yes, hi, my name is Salome Mulugeta. I come from I'm an Ethiopian American, so excited to be on this radio show. So I am excited to showcase a film called Woven that screened at the Edinburgh Film Festival in 2016 this summer, and it's been doing a festival circuit, and so pleased to know that the outcome of the film has really positive. So I'm here to talk about that film, Woven.
Fantastic. Ms. Salome, we had a technical problem earlier with us, so is there any way you can just email few pictures of yours to the radio station, the one I sent you, the WLVS, please?
Yeah, it works now.
No, it doesn't matter. Even if it were, we can't go into the online and get it. Just only a few pictures will be fine. You don't have to worry about it because people can follow it.
Okay.
No problem. Okay, so going back, I believe we met last year. I was contacted by one of your actresses, Salome. Almaz Talahan, who's going to be coming later to speak about an event we had yesterday, Taste of Ethiopia in New York, Pennsylvania. She'll be here later. She's the one who introduced us, I remember, about a year ago, and I was very, very impressed with your success. You look like to be the pioneer in introducing the Ethiopian movie for universal presentation through the being a member of the guild and other things which her princess earlier discussed it. So would you tell us what does it mean, those two awards or recognition about your film now and the upcoming film?
So I understand the question. You mean to be the first Ethiopian SAG filmmaker, you mean? Is that the question?
Well, from what we read, you are the first on an article that was ported on Little Ethiopia, which has become really very popular, says that you are the first to be a member of the Filmmakers
Screen
Guild.
Actors
Screen
Guild.
Actors Association. Okay, thank you.
Can I say?
Yeah, I think, for me, one of the important things as an artist is to be treated well when you're in production, You want to make sure that you want to be as creative as possible, and in order to get the creative flow going, you want to create a great environment. And for me, it's always been important when I go to other sets, when they are SAG, which is stands for Screen Actors Guild. It's empowering. So I knew that if in this
in this case, as I was making the film, that for Woven, that the actors, the production needed to be treated well, respectfully, and that I create a space for the artist to feel comfortable. So for me, I had to do it as a SAG film, and it took a while, but it got done, and the outcome was amazing, I believe.
Well, fantastic. So I'm going to leave the to Her Highness.
Salome, welcome. And I got opportunity to see Woven, and I just cannot believe that actually that beautiful, slim Salome, and very very calm and when I see the film, she doesn't look like that she produced all this an incredible, magnifying movie, and I'm just so proud having her in our discussion today. And what I would like her to talk about is what is it like breaking the barrier and make a benchmark for African women in a most competitive industry that is so important for young girls to grow up and see an African director in a big screen. If you can just explain that to us, that would be very nice for our audience.
So, as you know, the female directors are very limited, and I heard one day somebody say the way it works in the industry is that there's a ladder. So the ladder is first a white man, second a white woman, third a black man, fourth a black woman. So, and then fifth an African black woman. So when you think of that ladder, you think of that as like, wow, how do I get to the top of the ladder, right? So you can fear it because you can think of it when you see the ladder and imagine, wow, there's like a whole lot of steps to go up. But my understanding is anyone could, yes, it's true, that is how the ladder is, but in order to go to the top of the ladder, I feel that you have to focus and have your eye on the prize and don't let anyone tell you otherwise. And I feel like if there's an example of one person doing that or going to that ladder, doing it step by step, other people can do it too. Other women of color can do it. See the example of other people that have done it so that they know that if that person has done it and is going up the steps, that they can also go up the steps and probably go beyond the steps and, go to the sky. There's no limit for it. So for me, that was what I had in mind. I was determined to go up the steps. And who says that's the step, right? It is true, but in my mind, I would say, I think, yes, that's how it is seen, especially in film industry. But, you can do it step by step and probably go above and beyond the top spot. That's how I would always think. And I think that's how I was able to make the film, because I had that in my mind. Does that answer your question?
Yeah, absolutely. Just extraordinary personality, because nowadays young women, any color, they've got to hear that they can do it. It's not that actually society discourage you, but it just there are just so many facts for you not to move on forward. And your hard working, your work ethic and your perseverance. And earlier when I talked to her, how do you explain yourself? What does Salome Mulugeta is inside, and how she see herself? And she said hardworking, and you're absolutely right. Your work shows itself that how hardworking and you're not a quitter. And also, you know what you want, and you know what you're good at. It shows on your work, and we would like to see more of Salome's directing talent and production and writing. I'm not sure. Is the second movie that you're involved with? Did you write the script as well? We would like to discuss that as well, because we mentioned on the introductory that you're actually about to embark on your second
Addis Ababa
project.
is the name.
Yes.
Addis Ababa.
Yeah, Addis Ababa. And
Yeah.
if you can
Oh,
just
sorry, I
if you can just briefly go over that we're anxiously waiting to hear also about your
Sure.
Yeah.
So Addis Ababa is written by Amy Toffel. I did not write that script. The writer had come to see Woven, and she was looking for a woman, African woman director. And so she had come to see Woven at the LA film screening, and she contacted me after and said to me, could I please send you the script, and what do you think of it? So I read it, and I was really taken by it. And I, said to her, well, what did you need me to do with it? Because it was beautifully written. There are a few things that, I gave her notes to change, but not much, but, a few things. But anyway, she asked me if, I would be involved as the director and obviously the producer. But I was at the time, in the process of showing Woven around the country. So I knew it was going to be a big, for me, project to embark on at that time. So, and also as a producer and a director of it, and also I will have a part in it as well. So I told her to really give me a moment to think about it, and then, because if I was going to be involved, I really was going to push. And then so she said, okay, I thought about it and really saw the story, how I would imagine it to be done. Then I called her and I said, oh, yeah, I'm up to the challenge. And I wanted to bring other producers on board. So she said, okay. And then I was able to get the rights of the film, the script for the film. And so after that, I got Stephanie Elaine, who is a producer of Hustle and Flow and Boys in the Hood, Dear White People, to come on board. So her company, Homegrown, is producing the film, and the script has been an award-winning script by the Academy. So bringing Stephanie on board was an amazing thing, but she actually knew about the film because when she's part of the Academy member. So when the film was being basically looked at to see if it may win, she had read it and thought, wow, this is a really incredible script. So she knew of the script, but she didn't know a woman had written that script. She thought it was a black man who wrote the script. And so when I told her, she was really surprised because she said, oh my goodness, I remember reading that script at the Academy. And then she said, oh wow, now you've come full circle, you're going to be directing it. So she was happy to be on board, and very happy that, for me, that she's on board too, because when Woven got into the LA Film Festival, at the time she was the director of the LA Film Festival, she knew of Woven. So it was like literally a full circle coming together, So we're excited to do that film in the summer of 2018.
That's extraordinary.
Yeah, fantastic. What is the name of the movie Addis Ababa entails?
Well, the name is Addis Ababa currently, but I think right now it's just going to be Abaka because when Amy had written the story, she was in love with the name Addis from, Addis Ababa. And then there's a boy that she met there while writing the script. His name was Abaka, so she decided that, oh wow, this is really beautiful. It rhymes, So she called it Addis Abaka. But when her and I got together, the character's name, the lead guy, I said should be called Abaka. So we just need his name as a stamp. So right now it's going to be Abaka, which means enough, obviously, in Amharic.
Oh, fantastic.
And
How did you get the funding? I mean, it requires a lot of money. How did you start as a young lady?
The funding, you mean for the funding for the Abaka or funding for
no,
Woven?
Even
the
for
woven.
woven,
For
because that's
woven-
such
for
an
woven.
important.
Yeah.
Without,
For
yeah,
woven.
Yeah.
Yeah. So for Woven, I was really, really determined to do it. So initially, I would just go door to door and ask for money. Door to door in my aunt's neighborhood and knock at the door and just pitch. But that was my naivete because I was young at the time. But I just was like, really, I need to get the money. And people at the time would give me, like, whatever they had. They'd give me $10, $20, $30, $100,
Amazing.
$200,
Amazing.
$300. But that was just, that wasn't going to make the film. But it gave me a boost that if I can go and tell somebody about the film that I'm so passionate about and really not get scared to go door to door, I could do more. So I put those, funding aside, and then I moved to New York and did a fundraising. And at the time, New Yorkers were amazing with that too, because they sponsored the film. They came out, hotels, restaurants, just came out and pushed the film and gave money, and we did an auction party. And then we had another investor by the name of Noah Samara who had believed in me and gave me a seed money as well.
What's the name? What's the name? I didn't hear. What's the name?
His name is Noah Samra.
Noah Samara. Okay, we know. Okay, good.
Yes. So then he was a great supporter of myself. So he gave the seed money, and then we had fundraised a great deal in New York. And then we did crowdfunding, and that took a little bit of time. And then we got other investors to come on board because we had enough other investors started coming on board.
Fantastic.
What is the actual, how much did it cost to produce Woven? And how much would it be for the Addis Abaka? Because that's very important to know what you have accomplished and what you're actually also to accomplish.
Yeah, it's low budget. Woven was almost 500,000. But I mean, that's considered very independent film. But Addis Abaka altogether is going to be about 4 or 5 million.
4 or 5 million.
So
Huh?
it's very different. It's very different.
It's a
I mean,
different-
it's very different caliber, and Addis Abaka is a different. It has names as well, so which would cost a little bit more. But Woven was my first narrative I produced, and I've learned so much from that as well. And it can change as you do films. You have a certain amount that you have in mind to do, and then when you're in post, you have to be really careful that you don't go over budget.
Well, that's fantastic. So we're gonna have a lot of hard work now, huh? By the way,
a lot of hard work.
yeah. By the way, it's interesting and also confidential. I was involved in the first Ethiopian color movie, and I took that to the International Film Festival of Moscow. It happened when the film company was almost broke.
Started. Oh.
Yeah, almost broke. I came into the film as an acting general manager of Amara Film Production. The film was produced by a gentleman called Asrat Getaun. I'm sure you should read about because he's the first Ethiopian guy who did the first Ethiopian color movie, and it was directed by Michel Papatakis. He's a Greek Ethiopian. And it just happened that the film got broke, and you know who saved us from dying completely? That is the father-in-law of Noah Samara. Ato Dabeba Abtiyohannis.
wow.
He was the president of a private bank called Addis Ababa Bank, and he said, Tamrat, you are a general contractor. I know what you are doing. We are very willing to give you a bond so you can get it. That's how we let it go to other places. So it's an amazing coincidence. So there should be some reason, and we need to talk to Noah Samara and probably invite his wife to speak about her father next time. That's amazing. But in
Yeah,
the
that would be wonderful.
that's amazing. Where is the gentleman? We like to include Almaz is here. Almaz is one of your actresses, right? Almaz Talaun?
Yes, she had a part in the film, yes.
Okay. Well, Almaz is also another Little Ethiopia's cultural ambassador. You know, I have about 15 of them. You know, we give them cultural ambassador about their activities in the Ethiopian community. And she has been working together with me for a long, long time about showcasing Ethiopian culture, history, and heritage. And yesterday she was with me in Pennsylvania, York, Pennsylvania. I want her to come and join, but unfortunately,
Let's do the
yeah.
musical chairs here. I'll
You want?
slip out.
Okay, come on. Almaz, would you please come on and place the other ambassador here? Come on. You want to change? Okay, you are welcome. Okay, in the meantime. Yeah?
In the meantime,
Yeah.
I would like to invite and welcome Salome to Washington, D.C. in January. We are all look forward to seeing you. And if there's anything that you want to add for Washington, D.C. Listeners and your supporters, that will go ahead and give you some time for you to express yourself for Washington, D.C. Diaspora community.
Are you prepared to screen here in Washington D.C.? Have you any plan?
Yes.
Anywhere? Where?
Yes, we do
Where?
have plan. We were thinking of Howard University,
Okay.
Howard University, GW, and in
Matt, you can
Alexandria.
help on this. You
Yeah,
can help
in
on this.
Alexandria.
You can help on this. For
No,
getting-
You know,
we are getting Salome to come for first screening in Washington D.C. and then there is a series of places that we are made an inquiry, including Kennedy Center, Georgetown University, GW I mentioned, and Howard University. So that we'll be able to hear from everybody because it was last week there was a final and we couldn't be able to find a lot of people, but we'll just let Salome know next week that as soon as we
Okay,
hear from.
that's
yeah.
fantastic. I'm sure
So she can say something before.
the
we
community will be very, very happy, and they are already proud of what you are doing, and we wish you all the best. So in the meantime, we're going to bring Almaz to say a few words.
thank you, okay.
Is there anything you like to add on what our discussion? And we might have to do another show maybe next week because we had a technical problem. Our email was not, getting the right information. So we need to have lots of pictures and videos and everything. So when you have next time, we can do similar stuff if you tell us every weekend because I am part of this show. I'm sharing it with celebrity photographer Patricia McDougall every week from 2 to 3. Today, she gave me the whole 1 hour, but it didn't work out. Alma, you can come, please. Come on in. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I just want to say thank you so much for having me on your radio to really share the story about Woven and Addis Ababa. We had our Woven was screened.
Okay, amazing. Here we have our ambassador, Miss
Look
Almaz.
how beautiful she
came
looks
ve-
with Ethiopian
She was
dress.
working very, very late yesterday at York, Pennsylvania. They were really amazed. The people were extremely amazed. She danced. She helped in breaking the Ethiopian parade. She made coffee somewhere. I think we left after what, 11 o'clock? So, yeah, and she's an amazing artist. Everybody has to know, and she's going to be doing another event tomorrow. for us, and then she will have another one on the 26th. And we invite everybody for December 26th. We have the 13th anniversary of Pan-African celebration of Kwanzaa and Ganna. You know, Ganna is the Ethiopian Christmas. So, Almaz, we have on the other line the producer of the film, where you have a part. So say hello to Salome. Hello. Good day.
Hi,
Hi,
Salome.
hi, how are you, Almas?
I'm good. How are you?
So,
I'm so proud of you. I love you. You know that everything.
Oh, yeah, I love
okay.
you too. I'm
So,
proud of you
since
too.
Amharic is the official language of in Washington, and she's a celebrity, we are giving her to speak in our languages. So, if we need to translate, we can do it. Okay? Yeah. she's
Because
dressed.
I put my cultural
Yes.
dress. Yes.
Well
Yeah, okay, go
done,
ahead.
well
Tell
done.
us what you are doing and what you did in Amharic, okay?
Okay. እሺ ሶሎሜ ያው አማርኛ ትናገሪያለሽ I'm proud of you በጣም ነው ማደንቅሽ ታውቂያለሽ እኔ ደግሞ ያው ኢትዮጵያን ካልቸር በኮፊ ያው በሴሬሞኒ በዳንስ ባህል ህፃናቶችን በማስተዋወቅ ጋሽታምራት ጋር ጋሽታምራት ጥሩ የኢትዮጵያን ኮሚኒቲ የሚያስተዋውቁ ናቸው ከሳቸው ጋር ሰራለው ግን ካንቺ ጋር በመስራቴና ጎበዝ ኢትዮጵያዊ በመሆንሽ እንደዚህ ብዙ ለፍተሽ ለዚህ ስለበቃሽ በጣም 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 ነው ማመሰግንሽ በጣም ነው ምኮራብሽ
ያልምዬ እኔም እንደዛው ቴንክ ዩ ሶ ማች እግዚአብሔር ይስጥልኝ
የሚገርመው ነገር ሰሎሜ ምን መሰለሽ እኔ 3 ሴቶች ልጆች አሉኝ አማርኛውን እኮ በደንብ ነው የምታቀላጥፊው መቼ ነው እዚህ ሀገር የመጣሽው ከዛ ኢትዮጵያ ተወልደሽ ነው እዚህ የመጣሽው አይደል መቼ ነው የመጣሽው እንደዚህ አርጎ ቋንቋውን ማቀላጠፍ
እኔ መቼ በስንት ዓመትሽ ነው የመጣሽው ነኝ ታምራት ካልተሰማኝም
ልክ ነው ጥያቄው
ስመጣ 7 ዓመቴ ነበር
7 ዓመቴ አሜዚንግ
እሱ ብቻ ሳይሆን ቋንቋውን ብቻ መናገር ሳይሆን ውስጧ ያለው ኢትዮጵያዊነት በጣም የሚገርም ነው ጭውነቷ ኢትዮጵያዊነቷ የኢትዮጵያ ኦርቶዶክስ ሃይማኖት እንዴት እንደምትከተል እዛው ውቭል ላይ ያሳያቸው በሙሉ ዝም ብሎ እንትን አይደለም ለጽሁፍና ለማሳየት አይደለም ማንነቷ ሁሉ እዛ ላይ ይታያል ስለዚህ ለዚህ ነው ሰሎሜ ከሌሎቹ በሙሉ የምትበልጥበት ምክንያት አንደኛ በጣም የዚህን አገር ባህል ታከብራለች የአሜሪካንን ባህል የአፍሪካን አሜሪካንን ሁኔታ የነጮቹንም በደንብ አርጋ በደንብ የገባት ልጅ ናት እውነት ለመናገር እንደዛ ሆና ነው ማያትና ለዚህ ሀገር ላሉ ኢትዮጵያን ልጆች ሴት ልጆች በጣም ነው ምሳሌ የምትሆነው እና በጣም የምታስፈልገናትኛ አሁን ለምንሰራው ስራ ኢትዮጵያዊነት በጠፋበት ጊዜ ልጆቻችን በኢትዮጵያዊነታቸው በሚያፍሩበት ጊዜ እንደ ሰሎሜ አይነት ልጆች ሲወጡ እግዚአብሔር ያመጣት ይመስለኛል
በጣም ጥሩ
እኔ ያው ስለ ሰሎሜ ጨምሬ
ዋው that's ገሊላ ያመሰግናለሁ ኧረ እኔ
ሰሎሜ በጣም ይገባሻል በጣም ይገባሻል ስላንቺ ደግሞ በቅርብ ፊልሙን ሲሰሪ ስንት ሃርድ ወርክ እንዳደረግሽ አቃለሁ ከዚህ በፊት ጋሽ ታምራት ጋር መጥተን ነበር በጣም ብዙ የውጭ ሀገር ዜጎችን ከፈረንሳይ ሀገር ሰው ከብዙ ዓለም አስመጥተሽ ነው ያንን ትልቅ ስራ የሰራሽው 9 አመት ሙሉ ስራሽን ትተሽ ለዚህ መስዋዕትነትና ኢትዮጵያ እንድትዋወቅ ነው ያደረግሽው በዚህ ፊልም ላይ ብዙ ትምህርት አለ የተለያየ ካልቸር የዚህ ሀገርና የኢትዮጵያን ካልቸር እንዴት ማለት እንዳለብን ስላስተማርሽ እኔ በጣም እንደምኮራብሽ በፊቱም ነግርሻለሁ በዛ ላይ ጥሩ ኢትዮጵያዊ ቆንጆ በቁንጅናሽ የማትኮሪ ከሁሉ ነገር አሟልቶ ይሰጠሽ ፈራ እግዚአብሔር ያለሽ ቤተሰቦችን ሰውን ምትወጂ ጥሩ ጨዋ ኢትዮጵያዊ ስለሆንሽ እውነት በጣም ነው ማከብርሽ እግዚአብሔር መጨረሻውን እስከ መጨረሻው ለሁሉም ሰው አርአያም እንደምትሆኚ እርግጠኛ ነኝ በጣም ነው ማመሰግንሽ ምወድሽ ካንቺ ብዙ ትምህርት መማር ይቻላል በጣም
we thank you አልሚዬ እኔም ለሞ በጣም ነው ማመሰግንሽ አንቺን አልማዝ ያኔ ስንሰራ ፊልሙን ብዙ ነገር ነበረው በቃ ውጣ ውረድ እና አልማዝ ተብስባት ዘፋኞች ያስፈልጉኝ ነበር ምናምን እና እዚህ ኒውዮርክ ብዙ አበሻ የለም አለ ግን not to that point you know እንደ ምፈልገው አይነት እና ኔቲ ያለም ፀሐይ ወዳጆን ጠየኳት ባክሽን እንደዚህ ሚዘፍን ሰው ፈልጋለሁኝ እንደዚህ some parts ነበሩ የሚሞሉ እና አልማዝ ናት አልማዝን ነገረቻት ያለም ፀሐይ ወዳጆ እና ማለት ያው ያለም ፀሐይ ወዳጆ ፊልም ውስጥ አለች she does an incredible job በጣም really she plays character ሆና የምትጫወተው እናትየዋን ሆና ነው የምትጫወተው እና ይሄንን ነገር ስነግራት አልማዝን ሲቆይ አንድ በደንብ ካልቸሯን የምትወድ ሴት አለች እና እሷን አመጣታለሁ ብላኝ ነገረችኝ ነግረኝ እኔ አላወኩም ነበር አልማዝ ማን እንደሆነች ምክንያቱም ዲሲ ነበር የምትኖረው እኔ ኒውዮርክ ነው አላቃትም በዛ ጊዜ እና በኋላ መጣች ስትመጣ her smile በቃ ዘፈኗ ስማይሏ amazing ጎትታ ሰው ይዛ መጣች ዘፋኞቹን ለምና እና ብዙን እሷ አንቺም ፊልም ውስጥ መጫወትሽ and to participate with someone that you didn't know በእውነት it's an honor and it was fun እግዚአብሔር ይመስገን አንቺም የልብሽን መሻት እግዚአብሔር ይመስገን
ለዚህ አይደለም በየቦታው ያስቋት የሚሄደው
she's also ensemble and talented ነው
በጣም ካልቸሯን ደግሞ
በጣም ጥሩ ነው ያው በነገርሽ ላይ እንደነሱ እንደ ሁለቱ ሌላ ሶስተኛ አድማይረር አለሽ በዚህ ሳምንት ያገኘሻት የኔ ሁለተኛዋ ልጄ ሊያ መድህንም በጣም ትስታለች
በጣም የሊያ ደግሞ ኩሎ የተሰራው
በጣም እሷም ደግሞ I hope that she gets her wish come true whether it's in the movie industry or not በጣም ጥሩ ልጅ ነች በእውነት
በቃ የዋሽንግተን ዲሲ የሰሎሜ ግሩፕ በጣም እየበዛ መጥቷል ብትመጪ ይሻላል
በጣም እየበዛ መጥቷል Okay are we closing now how many minutes do we have
It's 3 o'clock.
3 o'clock okay Salome welcome and we are closing the show this is Tamrat Madan from Little Ethiopia you can reach me at littleethiopia.org thank you everybody Princess Galila Almaz, Ambassador Almaz, Ambassador Matt, thank you so much for coming. Okay, we'll talk to you later, huh?
Salome.
Thank you so much.
Okay,
good.
Fantastic. We'll call you.
Thank you so much.
Bye.